Hello, everyone. So, this is Dr. Tracy Shroyer, and I am back to share with you some more about my journey after being laid off. So, I had gotten the news in the beginning of October of 2023 that I was being laid off, and I was given a 60-day notice, but I was not working during that 60 days. So, my official last day was December 1st of 2023. So, we're coming up on this is the start of 5 months unofficially and the third month officially. That's right. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. The start of the third month officially. And the beginning was rough. The first 30 days was really hard. And one of the things that I posted in the Let's Talk About Layoffs, Navigating Careers and More Facebook community that we have is recently was you have permission to grieve being laid off and grieve that because it takes a hit to your ego. It takes just an emotional toll, a mental toll altogether, and you want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. I think the first thought was, what the heck am I going to do? And what's next? And how much time do I have? So it's really important to make sure that you're taking care of yourself and that you're taking time for yourself and figuring out what that timeline looks like. So your finances is really important, kind of assessing your finances. Where can you go from here? If you do have a little bit of time until you can find a job, like what does that look like? Versus if maybe you don't have any kind of severance, or your severance is not really big, so you should find a job really quickly. Um, and also making sure that you find support, that you're continuing to network, that you're starting your job search, you're looking for different jobs on a regular basis, and that you're also updating your resume and updating your LinkedIn so that you're ready when you do find a position or somebody reaches out to you, that you have all of that ready and somebody can easily see more about you. So for me, I ended up making the decision. It was in December that I stopped looking for jobs, looking heavily for jobs. I still go out there and look every once in a while, and I've even posted in the last couple weeks for a couple positions. But I'm not 100% heartfelt if I want to go back full time. So I'm exploring what entrepreneurship looks like and continuing to build my own business and continuing some contract work to supplement my income and my passion for the area of career coaching and supporting other individuals. We've also grown the Facebook community exponentially. Just in January and the first few days of February alone, I believe we have over 80, probably close to 90 people now that have joined the community. So I'm super excited about being able to support those individuals, to help them in their journey, whether it's career development in and of itself, or that's coupled with being impacted by a layoff. So the group is not just for people who have been laid off, but it's also for individuals who are looking for support in their job search and their career development. Maybe they're not sure where they want to go next and they want to explore some options. Maybe you need support in your resume, and your LinkedIn, and how to build your brand, things like that. We've had a lot of different individuals join the group. So if you have not already, I highly encourage you to look that up. Again, it's called Let's Talk About Layoffs, and there's a dash and it says Navigating Careers and More. Send me a note or a DM on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, or Facebook if you're struggling to find it, and I will give you a link and help you out. Would love to have you in the group with us. So just to continue on for my own journey, so it was at one point in December that I really thought, you know what, I want to put my full force and focus into helping others in their journey and their career journey and supporting them, whether they've been laid off. That's specifically one area that I support individuals and within the group, but also mainly what I've done a lot of the almost 2 decades that I've been doing career coaching on the side is helping a lot of mid-level professionals who are not sure where they want to go from here. I found a lot of individuals that don't want to go into a people leadership role. They're kind of happy doing the work and they're not looking for that people management aspect. But there are other people that are, and I support them as well. So So things have been going really well. I am doing a challenge currently within my group as well as in LinkedIn and Facebook. January was a little bit tough because it was a no revenue month for me. So a lot of people see me being visible out there and um, draw their own conclusions. So January was a little bit tough there was no revenue from the business directly. There was revenue from contract work that I've done. So I need to give myself grace and look at the whole picture versus just the business itself. Um, I am building out my audience, building out my community, potential clients, having discussions, a lot of connection discussions, which is just as helpful and could pay off dividends down the road. November of last year was my highest grossing month overall since I had been laid off between contract work and the business. So business directly, that was the highest revenue month for me. But business and contract work was pretty good that month. December was a little quieter. It was still okay. October leading up to November was pretty good, and then January things kind of fell flat. When you think people would be looking for their career, or you're hearing more and more about layoffs, but a lot of people are trying to figure out, what does this landscape look like? Who is really there to support me and help me in my journey? And what's realistic for, what I get for free versus what I might spend for this help and this support. Uh, so totally understand that. And I'm putting things in place to make sure that there's more visibility to individuals who need that support in the coming months, and to be able to go from there. And I'm also looking at actually two other potential contract opportunities, and a potential coaching client, kind of one-on-one. So lots of things on the horizon. So I feel really good about that. I do check in on my finances quite a bit, and maybe that's too much because then I get concerned, but I know how many months I can go at working on my business and being able to have what I need for the month to survive, and probably even a little bit of a buffer before I would have to um, go into a full-time kind of position. So working my way up to make that revenue I need each month to replace taking that from my savings. So it is a little bit scary. I'm not going to lie about that. But I am excited as I see the opportunities that are coming up and what I'm doing, and I know it's going to take time. So I'm trying to give myself grace in that, and um, just continue to do the things, and get that consistency, get that visibility. And um, so with that, I feel like I'm on a good path forward. There are definitely days where I'm like, I don't know. Like, do I just throw all of this away and just go full time and, not have to worry about any of this other stuff? And then I realize, an hour later or the next day, like how passionate I am about what I'm doing and how I'm helping people. So I thank you for all of your support and the kind words that you say, for liking, sharing, commenting, all of that, or if you send me messages, things like that. Please make sure that if you're listening to this, that you're also sharing, that you either listen to this podcast and share that with others, or share the Let's Talk About Layoffs.com page, because there's so many people being affected by layoffs or looking at their career and trying to figure out, what is that next right step for me? And I would love to be able to support them in their journey. So with that, thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful day.